Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming. Really appreciate it. We're Cindy and Frank Square. We're the co-founders of Maddog Strong Foundation. We're a donor family who's committed ourselves to honoring our hero Maddie and all donor heroes and their families. A special thank you to these amazing friends and musicians, Joseph and Michael. They sound great, and they get paid in applause, so we can. I especially want to thank everyone in attendance tonight, especially our fellow donor family members. It's an honor to have us, for you to join us, to have you join us tonight. This park is a gift to you, the donor families, and the memory of your loved one. We have to send a huge thank you out to the Frankfort Square Park District to manage this area, for without them, this beautiful donor tribute and reflection space would not be possible.
We always like to start out our giving tree ceremony by telling you a little bit about this park. Officially it's called Island Prairie Park, but we like to affectionately call it the Giving Trees. And the plaque over here by the dailies it explains what this park is all about. And I'll read you what the inscription on that plaque is. These strong and healthy trees in this park are a living tribute to the organ and tissue donors and their families who selflessly gave life's most precious gifts to others in need.
Put simply, this park is a beautiful, quiet place to reflect on donor heroes, their selfless act of charity, and the spirit of giving in general. You won't find tall monuments or displays with waterfalls or bronze sculptures like other donor tributes and memorials. Those are beautiful, special. We'd love to go to those. But we had a different vision for this place. Like I said earlier, we want this place to be a simple and beautiful gift to donor families. And in reality, isn't that just what organ donation is? A simple, beautiful gift. When Cindy and I dreamed up this tribute area, we kept coming back to two words: peaceful and life. We hope that you and your friends and your family will continue to come back here. There's a bench right over there that gentleman's sitting on that is dedicated to our daughter, Maddie. And it simply says, sit a while and smile. So please, come back here whenever you like. Sit around, walk a little around, spend a little time here, and I guarantee that you will find some measure of peace and comfort. It's a peaceful place. You'll see and hear life all around you. The birds chirping, the geese honking, the squirrels, well, they run up and down the fields. In the fall, the wind gently blows the leaves off the tree. Life abounds in this park.
So basically, our vision for this park is each year we dedicate a new tree to the previous year's donor heroes. And when we dedicate that tree, we then purchase a new tree to plant here in the park. So this park will continue on for years and years and years. Each tree, in addition to being dedicated to the donor heroes, has a different quote on it that relates to donation. They include a variety of people, ranging from St. Francis of Assisi to Maya Angelou to Waylon Jennings. And this year's quote is from U.S. President John Fitzgerald Kennedy. And I forgot to write down the quote, so you'll have to go to the tree and read it. These donor tribute signs you see behind us here are a representation of the many donor heroes, both deceased and living, who have given the gifts of life. These are just here for tonight, but if you're joining us tomorrow for our Miles for Maddog 5K 10K, you'll see these as well as over 100 hero tribute signs being honored.
We gather tonight to honor heroes, especially those whose last act in life was to pass on their gifts from God to others in need. We also want to recognize their families who struggle daily with grief and the grief that's left behind by that loss. Today, we ask God to lovingly embrace those whose hearts overflow with grief. We pray that our donor families will be consoled and comforted. We ask for them to be strengthened as they go through the many stages of the grieving process. We ask God to grant them the grace of gratitude for their loved ones' gifts and provide them space to express their tears. We ask that everyone who enters this park and lays eyes on these trees finds inspiration in the selfless charity that these donor heroes display, and may it give them the courage to follow their example and make that same brave choice of donation. Now we would like to share with you a song that's performed by a good friend of ours. She couldn't be here tonight, but she wanted us to offer this as a gift to the donor families here. Her name is Kathleen Monson, and this song is called Here.
Come and rest.
giving tree ceremony, I shared the entire story from one of my Catholic radio personalities, Catherine Whitaker, and I'm just going to paraphrase it this year. Her university, where when she went to school, every year they do a roll call of names of alumni and students and faculty who were passed the previous year. And when they read the name, everybody in presence says, here. I thought it would be nice, or we thought it would be nice, when we read your donor hero's name, your loved one's name, we would like you to read your back. And that will be sort of your way of saying, hey, we're here for you. So, whatever your donor passed, please listen to their name and hear their name. Please remember that. So we're going to begin. I'm sorry. Where's that after? Oh, I'm sorry. I got confused. So what we're going to do is we're going to begin now reading all of the donor hero names. They'll be read by me by ear. Those of you who are placing a wreath, when I begin to read the names for that year, please go down to your tree and place the tree on that wreath. The wreath on that tree. Our donor heroes from before 2000. Samantha Benavelli, Jeffrey Heidke, Joel Brian Householter, Carolyn Sanders Russell, Jennifer Rylander, and placing the wreath on the pre-2020 or pre-2000 tree is Jamie Van Busker. She's doing it in honor of her brother, who was a recipient. Jamie is also a board member of the Maddog Strong Foundation. 2000 to 2009 donors: Lucas Boyd, Joe Chires, Cameron Channel, Theodore Detterding, Kurt Fisher, Andrew Jova, Mark Joyce, Scott Michael Juris, Molly Suzanne Shields Kite, Jessica Marie Kupchak, Kiara Julianise Lazo, John Alexander Lefferts, Neil Luffler, Logan Luft, Andrew McKay, and placing the wreath in honor of the 2000 to 2009 donors are Mother Jody and Sister Sarah Miller in honor of their daughter and sister Heather Miller. Laura Miller, David Lamar Nelson Jr., Dylan Richardson, Caleb Michael Rowe. Donor heroes from 2010 to 2018. Jamie Acevedo Lule, Ernest Ambrose, Ashley Anderson, Joshua Arroyo, Christopher Bauer, John Andrew Beach, Christopher Burlon, Richard Mislieri, Michael Boville, Dennis Brown, Joseph Joey Weiss, Brian S. Kennard, Dennis Cantrell, Taylor Michelle Carroll, Trevor Chick, Michael J. Collins, Brianne Marie Contario, Keith Allen Foreman, Mitchell Couch, Vanessa Coppage, Jim Corner, Chase Krompoitz, Nathan Lee Curry, Bruce Dankers, Jerry Ray Dykroger, Beverly Diney, Jeremy Ellis, Lynn Faberry, Lonnie Gale Free, William Freeberger, Maya Gabrielle Gary, David J. Green, Tracy Gregory, Selena Guzman, Jennifer Holcomb, Brent Hughley, Clayton Nevada J. Howard, Brent Hughley, Robert Jackson, Wyatt Jason Kenneth, Brian Louise Kimball, Aaron Racine Kamesh, Eric T. Kohlbauer, Shane Landa, Jacob Dylan Lee, Kayla Lenti, Maddox J. Low Priority, Pauline Martin, Tom McHugh, Amelia June Medina, Donna Mary, William Miller, Jordan Nicole Mulcahy, Kenneth Morris II, Stephen Joseph Morozic, Dale Wayne Nelson, Axon Richard Neville, Michael Porter, Milton Powell, Tristan Michael Reisinger, Caleb Mitchell-Rope, Efren Rodriguez, Frankie Ruiz, Catherine Rylander, Ricardo Saldana, Daniel Salisbury, Nicholas Schultz, Ashley Sorolla, Cody Simons, Miles Small, Taylor Storch, Edward Speidel, Margaret Dolly Steinhauser, Joseph Albert Saskanutsky, Joseph Theosopoulos, Gerald D. Thomas, Vicky Tolkis, An Unknown Baby, Brianna Valle, Brett Vogt, Jeremy Morris, Jeremy Michael Wayne, Journey Weiber, Annalise Wise, Larry Zach, Kyle Zulik. Placing the wreath on our 2018 donors was Jim Vogel, a two recipient and board member of the Maddog Strong Foundation. Our 2019 donors: Jacob Abdallah, Anthony Tony Boccinelli, Latasha Renee Bradford, Arthur Buckwinkler, Adrian Campos, Brenda Castro, Maurice Cunningham, Ricky Esposito, Madison Maddie Gemma, Kevin Gleason, and placing the wreath in honor of 2019 donors is Nate Harbeck, who's placing the wreath in honor of our daughter and his family, Maddie Grobmeyer. Austin Horde, Anthony Hopper, Karina E. Jaramillo, Jeff Knoll, Mario Lambert, Ron Lancaster, Oliver Malcolm, Michael P. Malley, Todd McLaughlin, Paul G. Miller, Lacey Moore, Jasmine Olivia Morris, Jose Orlando Nunez, Randy Deanne Olmsted, Gilberto Rangel III, Jean Ruddy, J.R. Simpson, Rachel Renee Snelling, Daniel Howard Swift, Robert F. Tanner, Tanner Carlos Torres, John Van Dram, Antonio Velasquez. Honoring our 2020 donors: Jacqueline Ammerman, Jeffrey R. DeZone, Tiffany Marie Bacher, Peter Biandolino, Sydney Blackburn, Steve Bird, Christopher Carell, Alicia Cockrell, Jimmy Diapise, Bryce DeNoyer, Edward Lorenz, Michelle Dresden, Thomas Lloyd Duffield, Sharon Hollis, Shirley Good, Juan Manuel Gonzalez, Colton John Grismacher, Renee Elmira Geider, Michelle Renee Hansen, John Ritchie Harris, Frankie Healy, Matthew Heine, Armando Hermosillo, Robert Hill, Andrew B. Hines, Tom Hinsdale, Kerwin Allen Holman, Samantha E. Kisahowski, Evan Krigbaum, Joshua Charles Lawrence, Elliot Tate Goffin Livesay. Karen Rafferty Lukowski, Matthew Martin, Andrew Douglas Martin, Dylan McAllister, Noah McIntyre, Roger Mukaber, Danae Nash, David Palmer, Callie Reinhardt, Brian Renfro, Billy D. Richardson, Gustavo Robledo, Christian A. Rodriguez, Robert Rogers, and placing the wreath in honor of their son Brandon Sadowski, our parents Cheryl and Doug Sadowski. Walter R. Schultz, Peter M. Scully, Charles Burt Sipe, Lucas Smith, Chad Taylor, James L. Teachout, Andy Salomon Torres, Jim R. Ohm, Robert Vicker, Caden Thomas Wall, Dwayne Warner, Bernard Weber, Jeffrey R. Weiss, Donald J. Wilson, Taylor Wright Wilson, Austin Zimmerman.
Honoring our 2021 donors: Bailey Auckland, Leo Binkowski, Keith Fortel, Jose Manuel Camacho, Anthony Tony Capoziello, Eric J. Casey, John Castillo, Julian Castillo, Ryan Michael Clark, Lorenzo Clemens Jr., Jacqueline M. Collins, Adam Cuello, Henry Suzuki, Robert L. D., Jennifer Lee Dick, Tyler Everly, Ken Frederick, Gabrielle Garcia, Manuel Macias Gomez, Hector F. Gonzalez Ponce, and placing the wreath on for the 2021 donors in honor of her husband, Thomas D. Goodrich, is Julie Goodrich, Jackson Gregory, Paula Groves, Kenneth Reisig, Tanya Heath, Steve Holt, Marie Bird Johnson, Kelly A. Kessinger, Stephen Creed, Stephen Koch, Graciela Llanos, Kristen Nicole Lee, Catherine Malone, Terry B. Matthews, Valerie Medina, Eric Anthony Mitchell, Sean Moriarty, Steve Pickors, Tiffany Ann Cornicula, Mark Reed II, Nicholas Robert Roman, David R. Rule, William Santa Jr., Alexis Sargent, Tyler Scheidt, Braden Schooner, Jamie Serrano, Cody Strago, Jordan David Smith, Nicholas Smith, Tony Stauber, Justin William Tanner, Mark Toms, Cody James Dietz, Shane Young, Jane Yunt. Honoring our 2022 donors: Luke Allen Blackburn, David Allen Brandt, Robert James Duke, John D. Pierto, Edward Doherty, Richard Elson, Nathan W. Fall, Maria Angelica Flores, Joel Garcia, Sheldon Gayton, Delfino Gomez, Ryan Gray, Matthew Blaine Hagee, Montana Hackman, Simon Joseph Holda, Timothy Johnson, Jeffrey Jondo, Silas Jones, Megan Joanne Josephine, Kathleen Cannonberg, and placing the wreath for the 2022 donors in honor of her husband, Jeremiah, is his wife, Laura Keenan. Aaron Lamore, Haley Amanda Lipka, Justin Marquardt, Joseph A. Geraci, Alexandria Mariah Payne, James Pedro, Jose Alejandro Perez, Ariana Mariel Rea, Chad Roberts, Stephen Simpkins, Douglas E. Smith, Jeff Vanderplow, Keegan William D. Verdon, Philip Wachowski, Zach Wilham. Placing the wreath in honor of the 2023 donors: Desmond Alvarado, Kathy Barlog, Mike Branham, Ethan John Crawford, Matthew M. Davis, Kayla Wells and Jackie Warren, Rocco Christian Ferrios, Marco Garcia, Kenneth Wesley Hitchison, Jessica Jezzy Hutchison, Kenneth Wellesley Hutchison, Doyle Hutton III, Ivan Infante, Ashton Jansma, Noah Ashton Landry, Gideon Lefferts, Lloyd Allen Osler Jr., Isaac Ivan Pacheco, and placing the wreath for the 2023 donors in honor of her father, Rafael Pera, is Isabel Pera. Eric Mason Payne, John Morrow Peterson Jr., Kevin Allen Potter, Nicholas Sanchez, Timothy Schaefer, Laura Rose Smith, Thomas Stanchion, Ernest Stewart Jr., Chris Stradler, Meredith Thomas, Nathan Robert Wapple, David Rosenberg, James R. Walden, Mary M. Walden, Cynthia Williamson Otto, Carla Sweetie Bates. Honoring our 2024 donors and dedicating our newest tree to the 2024 donors: Mesa Abdullah, Wendy Adler, Christopher Blasky, Brian Casiato, Abraham Carmona Avalos, Brenda Connor, Amari Christ, and placing the wreath in honor of her son, Mitchell Eichelman, is Mom Kim, and Mitchell's girlfriend, Emma Hansen. Henry Grant, Michael Heck, Scott Asim Hodzik, Diane Clem, Christine Michelle Huntley, Leroy Doyle Hutton III, my aunt Mona Carnages, Joseph Ronald Creed, Jim Lefevers, Kiera McCain, Griffin Wayne McGarry, Thomas F. McGreal Jr., Alexis Marie Miner, Adam Murphy, Julian Roa, David Ray Russell, Linda Sepka, Robert John Stannard, Florence Marie Thomas, Sarah Catherine Thresher, Bruce Tobias, Flavio C. Tovar, Stephanie Van Dyke, Andrew Jacob Weber. And next year we'll dedicate the tree to the 2025 donors, but I would like to read the 2025 donor names that have been submitted. Olivia Delaney Chase, Ryan Michael Cochran, Ethan Jarrell Martin, Michael Santon, and Michael Wandren. Thank you to all of our donor heroes for their support.
This is where I go off script. I said at my graduation ceremonies and games and read this incredibly difficult long list of names and I say, how does anybody do that? I'm amazed at my wife. And I even suggested to her, I said, we could pre-record these and just play them. She said, no, I'm saying every one of those names of those heroes. So this community is our home, and I hope our fellow donor families can come here to the Giving Trees and find a second home as well. Sit a while and smile. That's what Matthew would have wanted. Maybe walk among the trees, read the quotes on the plaques, bring a lawn chair, watch the leaves turn, sit on the bench and watch the sunrise over these trees. I'm telling you, it is spectacular. As the main plaque says, these trees are living tributes. They grow bigger and stronger each year. And Cindy and I promise, all of you, that we will continue our efforts to honor these courageous donor heroes each year by dedicating a new tree to that previous year's donor.
And I've seen a lot of young ones here tonight, so at some point you're all going to have to pick up a mantle and keep these trees going. So we'll let you know. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight. This is our favorite night of the year, honestly. It's reverent. It can be sad, but it also makes us really happy to be able to be here with all of you and share some tears and some hugs. We'd like to invite you all, if you're not doing anything tomorrow and you want to spend the day out in 95 degree heat, to join us for Maddog. Even if you're not registered, please just come by. It starts and ends at Lincoln North Football Stadium. There's lots of really neat tributes that we do to organ and tissue donors up there. Their loved ones' pictures might be on the banner there as well. And we'd love to have you to just stop by. The first race kicks off at 7 a.m. and everything wraps up about 10:30. So come by and say